Hello, magical lovelies. Hexa here on Natural Witchery. And today I want to delve into transformation and talk about the magic of change. How many of you out there are feeling like the stirrings of wanting to change something in your life, maybe wanting to upgrade your magical practice? Maybe you're feeling like you want to scrap it all. I think it's in the air, it's crackling, whether you're in the southern hemisphere where it's fall or you're in the northern hemisphere where it's spring. It's really a time where change, the magic of change, is something that's really palpable. It's something that we can really grab a hold of and work with. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and grab a cup of tea, or maybe just do the dishes and listen to me as we head into the greenhouse, where I had these magical musings that of course come from my life here, my natural witchery, my connection with my farm, and just the magic of transformation, delving into that transformation and the magic of change that is all around us and available at any time. I'm out here in my greenhouse working and thinking, as I always do, and the earth is such a great teacher. That's my natural witchery focus. And I was thinking about starting over, because I'm kind of starting over out here, and we reach these points in our life where that's exactly what we want to do. We want to start over. We want fresh, or we need fresh, or we're just at this place where things feel old and they need to change. Maybe your craft, maybe you're feeling like you really need to do something different with yourself. Just a quick disclaimer here, I don't have a good mic on here, so I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. So yeah, I'm out here, and I've had this greenhouse for several years. It used to be where I kept my free-range organic chickens, egg chickens. And last year I started a medicinal herb garden in here. But then after a year of being in here, I'm like, I don't really like it the way it is. And I want to start over. I want to do it kind of differently. So as I was doing this, I had some thoughts on starting over and how important it is to not throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think oftentimes we're just like, I'm so done. I just want to be done with this, and I don't like it, and I want something different. I've had that with my magical practice, where I'm like, I'm just not getting what I want out of this, and I'm just over trying to do this at all. And the greenhouse was really talking to me, and the ground was really talking to me about how important it is to maintain the foundations that we've laid. And so just from a really pragmatic soil science level, the more I disturb the soil in here, the more I break the soil, the more I break up the soil structure, and it's actually not ready to thrive. I know that sounds really weird, but if you don't know much about soil science, here's the really super quick skinny. Everything's going on below the soil, and it's building like these little houses for all the right nutrients and stuff to be in. And if you come in and break the soil, then you like smash up all those houses, and there's no places for things to live. So when I go to plant, I'm starting over, trying to build that structure. And so, I'm not getting rid of everything in here. I am actually keeping some of the things that are in here. For instance, this mullen right here, which is so gorgeous. Look at that Fibonacci sequence right there. That is just so magical, isn't it? I love mullen. The cool thing about mullen is that it has really deep roots, which means it's bringing up nutrients from way, way down and then pulling up around it. And the little tiny root hairs on there are feeding the soil around it. I'm also leaving like this vetch, because it's right there. I'm leveling a lot of the ground because I want to do something different. That being said, again, like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, right? Don't want to get rid of too many things. I want to keep as much live in the soil. And I think that's kind of what we need to understand, is that, if your magical practice is old, or something's really gotten rusty and icky in your life, it doesn't mean that every part of it has to go, because there's kind of stuff under the surface that's really great, that's waiting for the next thing that comes along to be able to nourish it, just like the soil nourishes the plants here in my greenhouse. This little mess right here is where my skullcap lives. And I know there's a little plant marker there. I did find it. It's coming back this year. So I need to be really careful when I'm removing things that I don't get rid of this wonderful herb that I really need in my life. Like I use this for tincture, for remaining calm. Of course, it's really hard to kill a mint, anything from the mint family. And you know, we have things like that in our lives, like things that are not going anywhere. To me, those are kind of like aspects of self, like my personality in a way. Like I can't suddenly decide to be somebody that I'm not. You know, I can't make this greenhouse something that it can't be. It has parameters, and I think each one of us comes here and we have parameters. We have parameters in our life at times. You know, maybe you have small kids and you're watching witchcraft videos and you're like, man, I wish I could have an altar like that my kids wouldn't put their hands all over and trash. You know, we're at different places in our lives, and honoring the places that we're in our lives means that we're going to maximize, like by understanding how soil works in here, and by allowing myself to utilize what's already here and make sure that I'm honoring that and honoring all the hard work that I've put in before. You know, for instance, I've already got drip lines put in, and so I'm kind of working around those drip lines. You know, I want to use the infrastructure that I already have in here in order to really maximize on what I can achieve. But I just want to say, like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't dig up every inch of soil if you're making a change. Look at where you are in life and honor what's come before. You don't need to yank out everything. There's aspects of yourself and your personality that are really meant for you to have the best time, the best magical practice, the best life that you can have. And if you just are trying to ignore that or be something else, it's not going to work. I'm never going to get rid of that skull cap ever in here. I'll never get rid of it. Just like I'll never get rid of bindweed in here. I need to work with it. So work with where you are, respect the path that you're on, respect the beauty of who you are, respect the season of life that you're in, and, you know, don't dig up too much of the soil. Don't turn too much of the ground, because whatever you leave undisturbed, you'll find that new things grow and thrive in that aspect of yourself, and even new aspects of understanding yourself. Like I really feel like the more I have accepted who I am, the greater power I've found in my magic, because I'm really capitalizing on that. I have learned that there is no way that I will ever tame this much land, this much ground. And you, as a magical, wonderful, incredible human being, are such a vast landscape and ecosystem. And the more that you respect and honor that and dive in and use what you naturally have. So as you turn over new ground within yourself, because it's spring, we're all feeling it, and we want to do something new in some way, or maybe you're at that space, remember to honor the ground that you've walked before, and to enjoy who you are and your magical practice from the place of being your biggest fan. I think when we choose to be our biggest fan, lack slips away, and suddenly the power of our own magic just explodes in our world, and so many wonderful things become possible. All right, if you made it all the way to the end, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's changing in your life right now. Do you want to change? Do you want to stay? What kinds of things do you want to rip out of your life? What things do you want to stay? What thing maybe you just realized in this video you'd like to change about yourself that you could actually capitalize on and dive deeper into and discover the true and mystical power of? Let me know down below.